with this bodyweight box squat, we are going to really work on your squat form. So I like to do these box squats at the beginning of a workout to make sure that my form feels good, just set myself upright, and also warm up my joints a little bit before I go into some other movements in my workout. So to start off with, you want to choose a box that is going to be the right height for your body. So I chose this box because it goes right to the crease, so right to the back of my knees, and it allows me to get into a parallel sit. Now you can definitely challenge yourself with a lower box, or you can start off with a higher box if you're not ready for a lower box yet. I definitely recommend doing this from a box like this. It does have a little bit wider base, but if your gym doesn't have this, you can definitely use a solid bench. So any bench that you have sitting around, that works really well too. If it is too low for you, then you can always stack a plate, like a weight plate, on top of the bench, and that will help you to get a little bit of height with it. Okay, so into the actual movement itself, I'm going to set my feet up a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and then I'm going to hinge at my hips, bend my knees, and get my butt down to the box. You're going to see here. So I get into my stance. I do my arms out in front of me to help with my balance a little bit. That helps me to stay slow and controlled on the way down. And then you're going to also see that whenever I sit down, I'm not completely losing my form. So I'm not relaxing at the bottom. I am keeping my muscles tight and making sure that I am not just like going completely flat at the bottom. Okay, so you want to keep that tightness, and that is going to keep your muscles engaged. And I'm squeezing my glutes and bringing my knees straight to get myself to the top. And then I'm not overextending at the top. So a couple of mistakes that I see people make is that they come down and their chest is coming too far down. So you'll see here that I'm keeping my chest slightly up, and I'm not bending completely down forward. If you find yourself bending down like that, then we might need to work a little bit on hip hinging. Next, I see some people that their knees cave in. If your knees are caving in towards each other, it means that we need to build a little bit more glute muscle. So we'll work on some things for that. But if you do notice your knees caving in, just try your best to keep your knees out with the direction of your toes. And you'll see here that I do have my toes slightly out. Some people do really well with this movement, just that like slight turned out. You can also have them straight on. Try your best to keep them straight or slightly out. That's going to help you with the movement so that it feels good and so that your knees feel good too. So let me know how this movement goes for you and what questions you have just by putting a comment on your workout at the end of it. And happy squatting.